there enough battery and space?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, please start.
Hello, today we are going to do our presentation, and we are Team 96, and I'm producer Chogan, and this is lead designer Sang Kim, and this is technical director Kyung Park. And the first thing we will explain about it is level, and there are 3 levels on this game, and you can select the level that you want to play. All 3 levels have unique tile structures and icons. And next one is color change. The color change system has changed before. All color changed at once. But now the color change sequentially. Also, player can move anywhere, but player can only shoot on certain tiles. This will make more sense when you actually see the gameplay. And the next one is the sound. There are background music and shooting sound on the game.
For now, we have 2 items. So, first item is the black tile. So, if the player shoots, tries to change the color of tiles, this black tile blocks it. So, and the second item is the circle tile. As you can see, when you change the color of the tile where the item exists, the item activates, so the color spreads into direction as the shape of arrow inside the item. So if the player uses this item once, this item disappears.
The next one is HUD. There are HUD that we put on the game. There are 3 color circles on game gameplay screen that teaches which color is which number on respectively. And when you successfully clear the stage, then you will see a HUD that show restart next stage on the screen. And we will show our gameplay.
Okay, you can make the screen full screen mode by pushing the F button on the keyboard, and you can start game. And there are 3 levels, and you can select one to go to the level. Okay, so here this one is circle tile, which Kyung illustrated, and when you shoot color here, then it goes the 4 direction. And this one is this black tile is the tile that blocks the color. And player can go anywhere. Player can move anywhere, but you can only shoot colors on the these arrow tiles. Okay, when you clear the stage, you see this screen, and you press next button to go to the next stage. And this teaches player which button to press to change the color. And you can restart or go to the level select.
So, for additional goal and risk, before the play test, we will make 4 items and levels. For now, level 1, 2, 3 is too hard for player, so we will change the level 1 to 3, the easier one. And at the menu, we don't have options and credits, so we'll put the option and credits and change the methods of menu selecting as the main idea of our color change. Yeah, that's it.
Any questions, comments? Okay, so definitely from last time I saw it, you guys are realizing the game design, and it's definitely a lot better than before, and I really like what I'm seeing today. Some things I can say to help you improve your presentation. Some of the things I think you didn't really need to do slides, and it could have been part of the demo. And if you do, don't forget to explain your game design, like the high concepts, quickly, because you have to remember that sometimes these presentations, you have to assume that the audience does not know anything about your game. Okay, so right away you're just like, oh, we made this change, we made that change, this change. But if I was a new person, I was like, but what game is this? Right? I still don't know what your game is, so don't forget that. So I think that could have been better. Eventually, I think I would have figured it out, but it would have been later in the presentation. So right now, for the most part, it seems like your game, you use your keyboard to play. You don't use the mouse to play at all. If that's true, then get rid of the mouse. Okay, let me change this. Design everything to be used by the keyboard. You can use the mouse for the menus and stuff because people sometimes do want to use the mouse. But essentially though, everything should be, you can navigate through anything with the keyboard. Tips for you, you don't need more items. I know I gave you a lot of ideas of items, but remember the first thing I said was make it simple, figure out all the different things you can do with the limited game mechanics you have, because you're a puzzle game, right? You can change the variety of the size of the map. You can make weird shapes for, it doesn't have to be square, it could be rectangles, it could be whatever you dream of when it comes to organizing the tiles. When you introduce the blocking or the circle, I like the circle idea because I didn't tell you about that one. That was a really cool idea. But you don't need to add more items until you can't figure out how to make new levels anymore with the current things you have. Because right now I can say you can make at least 20 to 30 levels without adding new items, right? Because there's difficulty, right? The first 5 should be basically easy, right? Just to get them to learn other aspects of your game, like figure out how to do the puzzles, and then start coming up with different ways of solving the puzzle. So the first 5 levels don't even need items. It could just be blank, like just pure white, no walls, no items, just solve these puzzles in different size and different patterns, and then introduce like the blocking one. And then again, you have at least another 5 levels to come up with to do that. But I think you have more possible game designs with it. So I don't think it's necessary to add more items. It's something you can do later on, right? These items are super simplistic, essentially, but you can change and give you so many variety in your level design. So don't worry about the items, more items. Okay. For your play test, yeah, I think right now with the time that you have, probably just focus on just different levels, right? In your playtest, you essentially can have them rate the levels. How hard was this for you? So then you can actually categorize them. And like, oh, we thought this was easy, but a lot of people actually say it was kind of hard. So you can put that in a later level, like as a later stage. I don't know what else I would give you feedback on. Anything?
If you guys are having trouble coming up with more levels, one technique maybe you might want to try is randomly generating the levels. Randomly generate all the layouts and the color patterns, and then try to once you get that working, you can just generate a whole bunch, right? And then, but you don't want to give your players just random junk, right? Because the play experience might be bad. So what you can do as developers is play your random levels, and then the ones that you really like, keep those, and then put those as your level 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that way you have an easy way to generate lots of levels, and then you get to handpick the ones that are actually fun to do.
I like that idea. Great idea. Yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah, you have all your classmates you can use as like play testers. Hey, we have 100 randomly generated levels. Play. Tell me which one you can solve in 5 minutes. The ones that you can't solve in 5 minutes, we're throwing it out. Because it's too hard. So, yeah, that's a great way to generate a ton of content. Yeah. Great advice. Okay. Anything else? If not, we're going to the last team of the day. And we're going to finish on time. All right. Thank you.